Good evening, ladies and gentlemen out there in YouTube land. I am the teens, human being, American, YouTube Ronin, all around mad at the internet. I am the angry guy. I am the just lonely guy. Extra points for people who get that reference. Welcome to Unscripted, episode 105. Hip to be square. I want to say hello to everyone currently joining us on X. I can't see you, but I know that you're there. It's called shadow banning. Look into it. You can't please all of the people all of the time. You can please some of the people some of the time. Can upset some of the people some of the other time. All right. You want to say hello to some people here in the chat. Creator of the 10-word review, host of Films with Friends, Big Out Presents, my co-host on Live from Sparkwood and 21, co-host of Geeky Geezers, which is coming up at the top of the next hour, host of Friday Night Last Call, Blue Wrench channel member, Last Call with Trent Shelley, B. Penzak joining us, friend of the channel, channel member JPRPH1, Wilkie's Movies and Music, my co-host on the Mystery Movie Night podcast, which will be coming up again this Tuesday night at 7. Sea of the Smoldering Avatar from Friday Night Last Call, and live from Sparkwood and 21 Netters Network. I saw the Minecraft movie. Well, the work print. I will now discuss it. All right. Well, we've made it. It has been another week. All right. Well, earlier in the week, I had a chance to watch the Minecraft movie. Well, at least the work print, anyway. And so we're going to be talking about that. And why, of all things, this movie seems to be on its way to $1 billion. What is it about a movie that seems to only appeal to people in single digits, now tearing up the box office and very possibly saving movie theaters? All right. Well, I'm going to start off the show with my review. Now, as I said, what I saw was the work print version that has been floating around. The special effects are not finished, very clearly not finished. The credits for the writers say story and screenplay by to be determined. That is because 28 writers worked on this film at one point or another. 5 are credited in the final film, from what I understand. Now, because there were names of familiar screenwriters in the the associate producer section, of the credits, I got to assume They're also among the credited writers as well. Um, we'll see. Did I say 28 writers? Yeah, at one time or another, altogether there were 28 writers working on this film. You know, not all at the same time. Understand? Um, different incarnations of the film than what we finally got. I'm sure. Um, and hello to the tired midnight blogger, the voice of Northern Oklahoma, Curtis Selby. Now, here are my thoughts on the movie. I want to preface this by saying, all right, I don't know a whole lot about Minecraft. Okay, so clearly there are Easter eggs here that I'm missing. What's a chicken jockey? I don't have the slightest freaking idea. But it's funny when that happens in the film. You, of course, have these. You have this young woman. She's supposed to be like 20, 21, but she looks like she's 14. Who moves to a new town with her kid brother. Well, actually, what the movie actually opened, the first kind of the opening 10 minutes is this Jack Black monologue where, that's the backstory for his character and how does he wind up in Minecraft world. All right, then you cut to the young woman with her brother, and these characters that they're running into along the way. Jason Momoa, Danielle Brooks. He's this kind of 80s. He's kind of a Johnny Bravo in a way. And he's this like video game champion. He's just kind of been riding high on these past glories. And then you have Danielle Brooks' character who sells them the house and, has this side hustle where she's, trying to build a petting zoo and all this. So these are our characters. Everybody's a bit of a misfit. And that's kind of one of the things the movie is about, is these kind of misfits realizing that they are kind of better off together. And to be honest, I did like that part of it. The overall message of it, about being creative and how maybe being the misfit isn't necessarily the bad thing. I like the overall message of it. It's just that message is surrounded by a lot of stupid. you know? The movie it most reminds me of in the end is Borderlands. And not just because Jack Black is in both movies, playing basically the same character, really. This is it's basically Borderlands with a very, very bare bones kind of nothing burger plot. And really, in the end, that's kind of my issue with it. It's inoffensive. I'll give it that. This is not a movie trying to cram the message down your throat. It's a relatively harmless movie. There are jokes in it for adults that I hope kids don't get. But there's something in it for everybody. But and the characters are likable enough, I guess. I didn't come away with it hoping any of them were going to get killed or anything, because I knew they weren't going to. But like I said, it reminded me a lot of Borderlands, and Borderlands was a real nothing burger kind of movie, in my opinion. And this is just like a slightly better version of it. Inoffensive. You can bring the kids to it. I don't know how interested adults are going to be in this movie. So with me, it's just kind of a meh. It's a movie. It happened. But I get that I'm not the target audience. And I understand that Minecraft is a very popular game. There's a wide audience for this movie, and I think that was a good idea. They made a movie aimed for this wide audience. Yeah, mostly kids. Better than Snow. Yes, it is. But again, that's not saying much. you know, um, I concede that this was a movie not made for me necessarily. And although like I said, there's things I like about it. I laughed a couple of times. It's inoffensive. It's not out to get anybody. There's no messaging. What messaging is in it is good. There's jokes for adults. It's okay. It didn't punch through enough for me to recommend it, but it's become very obvious that it doesn't matter. This movie's kind of critic proof, as we have come to learn with the box office. It did better than expected. And I can't believe it, but this is the movie that's apparently going to save theaters, at least for this quarter. You have people returning to the theaters again, and part of it is to see this movie. And hello to Sin's Corner, my co-host on the Mystery Movie Night podcast. Another one I'm skipping. This one is definitely not for me. It's not going to be for everybody. The reviews have been mixed. I don't think it's the worst movie of the year so far by any means, but again, not recommending it. To me, it's this kind of meh. It's a movie. It happened. It's inoffensive. I watched it for myself, or at least like I said, the work print version. The theatrical version might have differences. Now, I'm not saying that I'm going to watch it again in theaters. No, not necessarily. If the opportunity presents itself, perhaps. But I'm not in a hurry. let's say that I'm a 2.25 out of 5 on it. And I might go up or down, another quarter. But, really that's about it. But to the people who are going out to the film and are enjoying it, good for you. I'm not going to tell you I'm not going to tell you what to like or don't like. If you enjoy this movie, and obviously there are people who are going out to see it multiple times, great, more power to you. Um, if you hated it, I can understand that too. So this is one of those movies where I can understand both sides of the argument. I can understand why there are people who are liking it and enjoying themselves and are going back multiple times. I can also understand the people who are just like one and done, or for that matter, really aren't interested. So there's that. Now, that's the review portion. Here's where I put my Valiant Renegade hat on and I start talking about the numbers. So, from the numbers, this is this week's box office. JPRPH1 saying, my next theater trip is a limited release of Pink Floyd at Pompeii in a couple of weeks. Right on. All right. Well, if that's available at a theater in my town, I'll check that out. I'm probably going to go see Sinners. Maybe Thursday night. We'll see. And of course, The Accountant 2 the next week after that. All right. So here are the numbers. We have the daily domestic chart for today, the 13th. This is the top 20 box office films right now. We have Minecraft. Total gross after 10 days in release is now nearing 281 million. We have opening this week from Angel Studios, King of Kings, coming in at second. It's 19 million. The Amateur, which is a remake of the film from the 80s, is at number 3. It's standing at 15 million so far. Warfare, the other movie I saw this week, which I very highly recommend. It's there. It's coming in at 8.3 million right now. I do wish more people were seeing it. I do very highly recommend it. Another movie I saw recently that opened this week, Drop, is currently sitting at 7.5 million. And that's the top 5 there. Going back, we find Chosen the Last Supper, which is a Fathom event based on the TV series. That's sitting at over 5.8 million right now. At number 7, after 3 weeks in release, we have A Working Man. That's hanging on at around 33.5 million. Snow White dropped all the way back to number 8 this week. Still sitting at 81.9 million. The Woman in the Yard, which I've yet to see. I've heard some mixed things about it. Is at 20.3 million right now. And Well, we got a bunch of movies that are tied around 10th place right now. So we have rounding out the list: The Friend, Death of a Unicorn, Hell of a Summer, The Ballad of Wallace Island, Captain America: Brave New World, which is still sitting under 200 million. Sacramento, which is also a new film this week. Black Bag, another movie I highly recommend, sitting at 21.2 million. The Penguin Lessons, which, if I recall correctly, Sin, you reviewed. We still have Dogman. The Monkey is still in there after 52 days of release from Neon, 39.7 million. And Mufasa, The Lion King, hanging on for 254.5 million. All right. 20th anniversary Revenge of the Sith starts on 25th for 1 week. All right. Now hello to John Doe Juggalo. All right. Well, that's what we're looking at, folks, as far as the numbers are concerned. And we have the Minecraft movie very thoroughly winning the box office for this week. And I mean, obviously, we'll have to see how it does in the upcoming weeks. Is this a movie that's going to last in theaters as long as Mufasa has? Is this a movie that's going to drop off after a couple of weeks? But I can't believe this movie is doing as well as it is. But I think some of the things that are helping are what I said in the review. This is a movie that is perfectly harmless. It is not out to get anybody. It's not woke. There's no messaging in it whatsoever. It is made to be a mass appeal film. It does not insult the fans of Minecraft. And I think that alone is what's helping the movie be as successful as it is. And this thing is critic proof. I mean, I get it. There are people who don't like it. It's not my favorite movie. I understand. But there's nothing offensive in it. And, this movie found its audience. That audience is going back multiple times to see the movie. And that's the idea. That's the way it's supposed to happen. Now, I hope that Hollywood does not take the wrong message from this. If you make a movie out to please everyone, if you do not talk down to your audience, if you realize who your audience is to begin with, and this is what we have been trying to tell these people. And obviously, and if you've seen the stories going around now about the Fantastic Four, Disney doesn't get it. Warner Brothers, of all freaking studios, understood with this movie. They understood what they had. Regardless in the end of what I personally think of the film. This is doing it right. Do not insult or talk down to your audience. No messaging. Make a movie that has something in it for everyone. On that basis, the fact that they learned those lessons I am almost willing to give it a pass. I'm not going to because I'm going to be honest in my review. But I'm telling you, that definitely upped it a couple of notches. But it is a step in the right direction. And I think the fact that King of Kings is doing well, granted, it's a religious film coming out at Easter. But if that movie has legs, that will be another point in its favor. Um, I do wish that Warfare and Drop, which are both good movies, were doing better than they are, but maybe it'll be a word of mouth thing that'll help them to last. I think look, this gives me hope. This gives me hope for the future of cinema. Maybe we are going to see a return of the norm, that we are going to get these one-off, 90-minute movies again. I miss those. And we got a few of those this week. If you stay away from the messaging and just make a movie aimed for a mass audience, we'll do the rest. That's all you got to do. Minecraft did that. They will be a successful movie. Fantastic Four is not doing it. That movie is going to fail. And it's going to drag the Thunderbolts down with it. And when Avengers Doomsday dies on the vine, I think that's when they'll finally get the message. You're going to blame the audience that's going to make Minecraft a $1 billion movie? That put King of Kings at number 2? That audience? I think the audience proved this week what they want. You can either give it to them or explain to your investors how you lost them hundreds of millions of dollars. Since this skipping Fantastic Four movie as well, already wrote it off when I heard what they were doing with Sue Storm's character. Everything I've heard since has just made it worse. No thanks. Yeah, I don't blame you. If I see it at all, it'll be for review purposes. Um, but I'm not going to run out to the theaters to see it. Uh, oh, Silver Surfer, not Sue Storm. Well, okay. Well, there are two SS characters in that movie, so yeah, Silver Surfer is another issue. Um, I saw they were using the female version. I was like, nope. Yeah, that should have been our first tip off. JP says, I don't think Disney cares. Seems to be all politics without any regards for profit. Yeah, I mean, they're doing it to themselves. They're doing it to themselves, and they're doing it on purpose. This stuff about Sue and Johnny coming out lately has confirmed my decision. Yeah. Yeah. Here's the thing that you have to understand, about these woke activist types in Hollywood. They believe that they are revolutionaries who are fighting fascists and every other kind of ists and phobes. They think what they say and do is important. What they say and do is correct. In that the general public, they're just too stupid to understand their brilliance, so they have to teach us lessons. Well, I'll tell you something, Disney. When you lose hundreds of millions of dollars on Fantastic Four and the Thunderbolts, and when Avengers Doomsday becomes the least profitable Disney Marvel movie of all time, then I think you're going to start getting the message. A movie for 8-year-olds is going to eat your lunch. And I'm sitting on the sidelines laughing my ass off watching it happen. You're going to fail. You're going to do it quite spectacularly. And you did it to yourself. Because you won't get your wokies that you hired to shut up and just promote the film. Going to see Thunderbolts, though. Probably the only superhero comic book I'm checking out this year. Yeah, I'm considering seeing it. Maybe not necessarily in theaters, but I'm considering seeing that too for review purposes. We'll see. I'm not expecting anything though. Since Gunner's seeing Thunderbolts, we don't have. Yeah. That's pretty much most movies these days. I mean, I don't like half of what comes out. I'm currently sitting at about a 50% approval rate right now, to be honest, based on what I've seen so far this year. Aged Boomer, if you see the end of the broadcast, you'll be redirected to Boomer's channel for Geeky Geezers. I will be in the chat for that broadcast. All right. Oh, hey, we got a little bit of time left. It's time for Q&A. I have you all here in the chat. Hey, have you seen a Minecraft movie? What did you think? If you haven't seen it, are you going to? Do you have kids and are you planning on taking them? Hey, ask away. We got a few minutes left here in the show. So feel free. Jump in with the questions. I'll give you a moment to type things up. Like I said, I do want to remind everyone that in about 20 minutes at the top of the hour will be Geeky Geezers, Boomer and Troy, giving their opinions on the events of the past week. I also want to remind everyone who is a member of Troy's channel, if you're watching right now, Members Night at the Movies. Tomorrow night at 9, the film is the classic Arsenic and Old Lace. And if all goes to plan, I will be there on the panel along with Troy and Netter and the other VIP members. Al's review of Minecraft is currently available. He also has reviews for Death of a Unicorn and White Lotus Season 3. I have some recent reviews on my channel as well, including Warfare, Black Bag. I've got reviews coming up for Vampire Hunter D, 40th Anniversary Edition, and also In the Lost Lands. All right. I do want to remind everyone, Tuesday night, 7 p.m. will be the Mystery Movie Night podcast. Now, it looks like the AMC is going to have a movie this week. Regal is not. So it would seem that I'm going to be kind of in the background, just hosting the show, and we'll see what the movie for this week will be. Right after that, at 8:30, will be the next episode of Live from Sparkwood and 21. I'll be joined by Troy, Netter, and Boomer as we take another deep dive into the secret history of Twin Peaks. And then, of course, right after that will be Troy's Blake 7 rewatch. I will return Thursday night at 11:30 for our coming attractions, and you'll find out what's going on next week. All right. Was Stampy Cat part of the film? Not that I saw or that I recall. Not saying it wasn't there. I'm just saying that I wasn't looking for it. All right. Any other questions? All right. Guess not. All right. No worries. Gonna go ahead and wrap up the show then. Uh, Minecraft, like I said, in my opinion, not a great movie, but not awful. I'm glad that it's found its audience. It's not a movie out to get anybody. It doesn't insult anyone. It's a movie that has found its audience, and I'm happy for that. Um, Hopefully, we will get more movies like it that are mass appeal. Hollywood needs to take the right lesson from this film, and hopefully they'll get it. JP says, not going to ever see Minecraft, not even on my radar. Fair enough. Hello to DJ Ronnie G. Good to see you, sir. Ronnie, have you seen Minecraft, or do you want to? Says, I have a friend who plays it with his kids. This does seem to be a film and a game that appeals quite a bit to children. So, yeah, I'm glad that they enjoy the game. I'm glad that they're enjoying the movie. Says, I'll ask him what he thinks. Okay, cool. All right. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the show here. I want to thank everyone who is joining us on X. I can't see you, but I know that you're there. I want to thank everyone who was in the chat. Boomer, Big Al, Connie, Curtis, JPRPH1, Sin's Corner, Wilkie's Movies and Music, John Doe Juggalo, Connie Cleary, apologies if I left you out. I want to thank everyone lurking in the background, because there's always one or two. You do not have to engage with the chat, just as long as you enjoy the show. Hit the like, share out the stream, say hello in the comments, and subscribe if you are new to the channel. And if you are subscribed, please make sure that you are still subscribed, because YouTube will unsubscribe you without your permission. Make sure the bell icon is on. Just asking my opinion. That's why we're here. That's part of the show. All right. From HQ and all points north, south, east, west, and beyond. Good night. Take care. Stay strong. Be safe and healthy, because this is how we win.